up?
Well, I asked Ginnie if she'd like to go out on the boat. Thought that maybe we'd just do some cruising around Miami or maybe run down the Card Sound.
Get one? Here, baby.
Well, she said, let's go fishing. Put a rod or two in the boat. I might want to also. So I did, and we headed down the Homestead Bayside and launched and headed to Upper Key Largo, little spot I fished in before. It was a windy day. Crossing the bay wasn't too bad. It's a light chop. Key West handled it fairly well. Got set up and started fishing. You're going to see the audio has got a lot of wind in it. I've muted it for the most part. There was a couple of comments that were made that I thought were kind of cute, that I'll raise it back up during those, but for the most part it's going to be muted. If I had thought about placing the mic in a different place, more protected by the windshield of the center console, might have had better audio for the entire trip. But anyhow, sit back and enjoy. Now I don't know if you caught that, but she's turning to me and saying, now I've caught my second fish. And I have yet to put one in the boat. Mother Nature was giving us a little bit of a show. This pelican sat down and I thought it was going to hang around, but I think the current and the wind was a little bit too much for him, and it wasn't too long before he up and left and went and sat in a tree. Well, saw this white object floating by. Ginnie pointed it out. We couldn't figure out what it was, so I decided that I'd catch it. So I cast for it, hooked into it, brought it up to the boat. Ended up being a woven poly bag of some sort. Fell off a boat somewhere. I really don't know what was packaged in it. But I threw it in the live well since we weren't using that. Brought it home and threw it in the trash can. Did my little bay cleanup for the day. Well, Ginnie continued to catch fish. This is number 3. And all I've caught is a rockfish. Yep, hooked into the bottom again. Just didn't seem to be my day.
And Ginnie caught the third. She has now caught
Fish, and all I've caught is trash.
a bag and a rock.
And a rockfish.
This is a Portuguese man of war. I noticed several of them when we were pulling into this area, being driven off the ocean by the wind and tide. This was the largest one we saw.
Ooh, fold it up and then unfold it. Do you see that? This thing came up like that. And so fold it like a fan, and then it opened again.
Well, it was about time. Ginnie had been catching all the fish up to this point, and I finally caught my first fish. You'll notice I'm fishing with a bait caster. I'm still trying to get used to this combination. Anyhow, caught myself a little blue stripe grunt. And released them. But before releasing them, this boy was a talker. Take a listen. Well, Well, for a minute I thought that I might get back into the running on this contest. I had my second fish. A quite small yellowtail snapper. As you can see, he's nothing to write home about. But daggone it, before I can even get this one back in the water, Ginnie's done hooked into another fish.
Whoa!
That,
Bigger one.
bigger one.
That's a pretty good size. Biggest fish yet.
She wants me to wear it. That's a decent size. Oh, wait a minute. He's 10 inches. Got a fish? Look at that. Yep. Oh my gosh.
The cutest. I would try the littlest. Cute. It's a baby. Even the pelican's not interested.
Get him? Yep.
Oh,
Oh, you know what that is?
the yellow one.
Nope. Fish that all have a similar name. The pigfish, the hogfish,
I don't know why I have such a hard time remembering the name of this fish. I always have to think about the three fish that are all kind of related in name. The hogfish, the pigfish, and the... Let's see, let me think about it. What is it? What is it? It's the... It's the pork fish.
I got him again.
I think that's a little different.
Vessel hailing U.S. Coast Guard register. Can you please pass that position again, and what was the nature of distress?
I monitor channels 16 and 68 when I'm on the water. There was a vessel off of Boynton Beach, 30 miles offshore, that was taking on water.
Vessel hailing U.S. Coast Guard on channel 16.
gonna kick her up in speed. Hang on to your hat. Do what?
Yeah, we just landed over there.
All right. Well, that recaps a wonderful day on the water with Jenny. We had a great time together, caught some fish, caught some sun, enjoyed Mother Nature. It was just a great day. The winds were a little bit of a problem, especially heading back. They were blowing 10 to 15 out of the northeast. A better mic location might have reduced the wind noise. I'll have to think about that for the future. And I'll have to think about whether I want to bring her back out again if she's going to outfish me. That's a little embarrassing. We all know that I will. Anyhow, wishing everybody bent rods, tight lines.